What's up, everybody? Cam from Caffeine Shark here, and before we get into today's review, I want to remind all of you to visit our website, caffeineshark.com. Caffeineshark.com is an energy drink review site dedicated to helping you find your fix. Whether you are newer to energy drinks or a caffeine connoisseur such as ourselves, we'll be able to find you the perfect beverage. You can browse hundreds of selections, ranked by kick, by taste, by appearance even, and you can leave a review of your own, which will factor into our overall scoring of a beverage. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Visit our website at caffeineshark.com to stay up to date on all the latest energy drink news. Now, let's hop right into today's review. Today's review is on Rockstar XDurance Super Sour's Green Apple. Not only is it a mouthful to say, but it's a great energy drink as well. It's currently my highest rated Rockstar, as well as my highest ranked sour beverage. Its ratings include a taste of 8.6, a kick of 9.3, an appearance of 7.6, leaving the overall at an 8.9. So let's start our taste breakdown by comparing this Rockstar to three other brands that I generally find superior to Rockstar. So we'll start the breakdown with Adrenaline Shock. Now, Adrenaline Shock Sour Apple version, their version of this essentially, is Adrenaline Shock Sour Candy. Now that, I only rank the taste a 6 out of 10 because it tastes more like a green Jolly Rancher with a bitter aftertaste. So its redrinkability, if you will, is rather low because it gets pretty tiresome after just one can. And on top of that, almost every other Adrenaline Shock flavor is far superior to their sour candy. The second major brand we're going to compare this to is going to be Monster. And their sour apple edition would be Monster Ultra Paradise. Now, if you know anything about most of my reviews, I ranked the Monster Ultra editions extraordinarily high. Unfortunately, their Ultra Paradise falls a bit short with a taste of only 7 out of 10. While that is superior to the Adrenaline Shock's taste at 6, it has the opposite issue. And that is that while it is a sour apple beverage, its aftertaste is just a bit too sweet. So it gets tiresome even halfway through the can. Last time I had one, I was sort of wishing I chose a different Monster Ultra. The final brand that I generally find superior to Rockstar is going to be Nos, and their rendition of this is Nos Sonic Sour. Now, Nos Sonic Sour once again falls short with only a 6 out of 10, and that's because overall it's just a bit too mellow for me. When I have a sour energy drink, I need a bit of electricity. I need the mouthfeel to be prominent. I need it to be bold. I need it to pop. And while Sonic Sour can be enjoyable if you're just sitting around relaxing and whatnot, it's not optimal for a sour beverage in my opinion. And on top of that, it is the only one of these 4 energy drinks with a significant amount of sugar. And the way these energy blends are created, sugar kind of suppresses the mouthfeel a bit. It suppresses the flavor and it just makes it, again, a bit more mellow, which is not optimal for a sour energy drink for me. So I'm breaking all of this down to really emphasize why Rockstar XDurance Super Sour Green Apple sits a tier above the rest. Its aftertaste is not too sour like that of Adrenaline Shock Sour Candy, nor too sweet like the Monster Ultra Paradise. It has a bold electric mouthfeel, unlike the Nos Sonic Sour, and is really superior in almost every way to those other 3 beverages. With an 8.6 in taste, it's far superior to the 7 and 6s of the others, making it the single best sour green apple energy drink that I have had to this day. Now let's get into the kick. But before we break down the kick of this specific beverage, I want to give you a bit of an insight as to how I break down the kick of each of these energy drinks. And there are 3 major components. The first one is actually mouthfeel, and that's because it's your initial impression. When you take a sip, what do you think? Do you think it's normal? Do you think it's like all the other energy drinks or sodas you have? Do you think it's more on the mellow side, or do you think, wow, this is going to rev me up? I can already tell before the effects even kick in. So it's how you think it's going to make you feel. Now the second one, that's easy. It's caffeine, pure caffeine. It's always labeled somewhere on the can, front or back. Here it says it, 300. It's just a number, so that's easy to break down. But the third one is energy blend, and that is a bit more difficult. And that's because there's so many different components that go into each of these different brands' energy blends, like B vitamins, taurine, etc. So while we are not breaking down each of those individually, what it boils down to is essentially, how do you feel upon completion of the beverage? How revved up are you? All things combined, how energized are you? And that can be difficult to determine if you have not already had a large variety of energy drinks and have stuff to compare it to. So now that you know the thought process behind Kick, let's break this down. So first, mouthfeel. We already went over that. It's bold, it's electric, has everything it needs to be great. Moving on. Caffeine. 300 milligrams is a lot. It's considered a performance enhancing amount, just like all these others with Bang, Raise, Rain, Adrenaline Shock, etc. It is so much, in fact, that any 300 milligram beverage automatically starts at an 8 out of 10 for me in Kick. So nothing with 300 milligrams is going to be below an 8. Now, this is where you need to get nitpicky, because there are so many 300 milligram beverages that have great mouthfeel. They're not all going to have the same kick. They're not all 10 out of 10, because they all make you feel just a little bit different. So let's compare, all right? We'll start comparing this to my highest rated Kick, Spike Shooters. Those are 300 milligrams in half the size can. Those make you go insane, crazy mouthfeel, crazy after effect. This is not that. It's not that high. So I went down the list, started comparing it, how does it make me feel? And I ended with Bang Purple Haze. And that had a 9.2 kick with similar effects. This probably, just due to being sour, had a slightly more amped up mouthfeel, but similar after effects. So that left this at a 9.3 kick. So while it is absolutely fantastic, 9.3 is high, it's not the best, and there is a reason for that specific Kick ranking. The final factor that goes into the ranking of a beverage is appearance. So let's take a look. I gave this a 7.6, which is admittedly probably a bit inflated due to my enjoyment of the beverage, but I describe it as a black honeycomb that is Christmas themed, and which is similar to the other Rockstars. They have that same honeycomb-esque background, but I like this more than most because, first of all, I like the color scheme, green and red, and it really plays to the sour flavor of the beverage. It's green, that's green apple. It literally has green in the title or in the name, and the black really describes the mouthfeel to me. I'm getting way too into this. It really doesn't weight too heavily in the ranking. So I rated it a 7.6. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Doesn't matter too much to me. To summarize, I do rank this an 8.9 overall. And while great, it does not quite hit that elite tier. And that reason, the sole reason is because I cannot get myself to put a sour beverage into the elite category. There are simply better flavors, better selections out there. But if you want a sour beverage, this is by far my personally highest rated one. It has a great taste at an 8.6, exceptional kick at 9.3, a fine appearance at 7.6 if that matters to you, and an 8.9 is still fantastic. So if you want a sour beverage and you go out of your way to get this, you will certainly not be disappointed. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Visit us on our website at caffeineshark.com. There, you can leave a review of your own and let us know if there's any other specific content that you want us to create. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.